Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Beware of your surroundings. A young woman just stops here to use an ATM in Warren. A man hops in her car and he has a gun.
No woman, no girl, no man, nobody should go through what is alleged that he did.
We'll tell you how Warren police caught this guy and how that victim is doing.
All right, Sean, also coronavirus hitting the education system hard now, with several universities opting to move all of their classes online.
But some things you just can't shift to the internet, and a beloved Detroit event is among the latest to be canceled due to coronavirus concerns.
Good to have you with us for Local 4 News at 6. So much to get to today. Moments ago, we learned this weekend's St. Patrick's Day parade in Corktown has been canceled.
And this comes as multiple colleges, including Michigan State, decide to shift classes online. And how's this for surreal? The NCAA Tournament March Madness will be played without fans.
Really still hard to predict what that's going to look like. Governor also released a new list of recommendations. Dr. Frank McGeorge here with a look at those, and a lot of these aimed at the business community.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Devin and Kim. In fact, Governor Whitmer announced a series of recommendations intended to help slow the spread of the coronavirus in Michigan. The Department of Health and Human Services is encouraging everyone to avoid large gatherings of 100 people or more, saying that groups should evaluate and make decisions about whether or not to cancel conferences, sporting events, or concerts. Now, the governor stressed, if you are sick, stay home. And she called on businesses to step up to help support employees who need to stay home, and encouraged businesses to consider more telework. She also said nursing homes should limit visitors and encourage the elderly and those with chronic medical conditions to stay home.
This is to keep the most people we can safe. I encourage everyone to be flexible. Take care of one another. We've gotten through tough times in Michigan. We're going to get through this.
Now, the governor says she knows this is going to cause some tough choices, but she really encouraged everyone to use their best judgment to try and protect those most vulnerable to the virus. Important to note, we are still waiting on the results of 18 more tests that are being run today in the state lab.
Come in yet? Yeah,
exactly.
Late in the day.
Okay. Thanks, Doc. And the list of universities moving classes online has been growing all day.
Michigan State became the first today to suspend in-classroom instruction, move everything online, and then the dominoes really started to fall. U of M, Central Michigan, Western Michigan, Oakland University, Eastern Michigan. We could add Michigan Tech to the list, all making the call to temporarily stop face-to-face instruction.
Yeah, but you mentioned MSU. In the case of Michigan State, the university is not stopping there. Now it's advising students who can go home to do so. Local 4's Rod Maloney is in Lansing tonight after spending time on MSU's campus. Rod, good evening. What were students saying?
Yeah, Kimberly, it was a shockwave across the campus. It was quiet there, but it was a bit of a shockwave to the students. Now, we're here at the state police headquarters because we were just in with the governor, but we did spend much of the day on the MSU campus, and here's what the students had to say. The Michigan State campus looked calm today, but the administration rocked its students' world by moving classes online through the end of the semester.
6 weeks seems a little crazy to me.
It's kind of ridiculous that it's the rest of the semester.
University spokeswoman Emily Gerken-Garrett addressed how the university came to its highly impactful decision.
We have been notified by the Ingham County Health Department that we have a person that they are monitoring that is related to our campus.
The university now eliminating large gatherings, cutting out things like career fairs, student summits, and spring sorority formals. The school telling its students,
from a health perspective, we feel they are safer in their permanent home if that is an option for them.
For San Diego native and MSU freshman Devin Pelletier,
yeah, I'm going home this weekend.
It's not just a suggestion, it's a command.
My mom, she wanted me to come home today actually, but I said that's not happening, so.
For sophomore Tony DePerno of Kalamazoo, it's much more complicated. Many we spoke with on campus can't go home for a lot of different reasons, but first on the list,
I have an off-campus job that I have to maintain, so I can't go home full-time. So yeah, we'll just be doing my classwork here on campus, going to work.
Now, that's a story we heard from a lot of students today, and they said that they would likely stay and go and work those jobs. The university is saying, however, that for students who stay on campus, the dorms are open, the dining halls are open, and the like, so that all of the services that they could expect will all be there for them. In the meantime, they're trying to sort out this whole online classroom thing because some classes are already there, some have converted to that, and some professors apparently haven't prepared for this. So it's going to be a bit of a scramble over the next few days and maybe even a week to try and figure out how to do this online classroom thing. Back to you.
Indeed. Rod, I know Michigan State has quite a few satellite campuses. Does this affect all of those campuses?
Yes. All campuses, not just the big one here. It's all of the differing campuses, and they said that they just think it's out of an abundance of caution. They just need to go ahead and do this. So some of the students did say to us that they felt that they should have maybe done it in 2-week increments and not the whole semester, because now they're going to be taking finals at the second week of April now, and they're not sure what that's going to look like either.
Yeah. Nobody knows. Okay. Rod, thanks.
All right, let's zoom in from there into Detroit. Mayor Duggan gave an update on the city's response a few moments ago to the coronavirus crisis.
To control the spread within workplaces, a medical response team has been set up in the city, and he's also advising Detroiters to stay home and away from crowded events as much as possible. But he also knows this isn't an option for many city workers.
If you're a city employee and you think somebody close to you may have been exposed, talk to your supervisor. We'll have our medical response team come out and talk to you right away, reassure you, and follow up.
And the mayor also says the confirmed case of the coronavirus in Wayne County is not a Detroit resident. That according to Mayor Mike Duggan.
Still waiting on more specifics, though, on both the victims.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Well, we've been hearing, though, older Americans are the most at risk for contracting the coronavirus.
They are more vulnerable, and the impact seems to be hitting them harder, especially if they have underlying health conditions. We've talked about that a lot. Our Paula Tutman shows us that's changing how we care and interact with our older loved ones. Paula?
I just want you to take a look around here, because you can see that this parking lot is almost completely bare. And generally, this is an industry that encourages lots of family, lots of visitors, lots of interaction. But right now, today, this parking lot is actually good news. But elder care expert Wendy Jones of Next Steps for Seniors says it's not just the care centers where we have to change our behaviors, but elder loved ones who are in their own homes as well need an extra consideration.
Give it some time. You can call them by phone, you can FaceTime them, but you don't need to personally visit them.
She says we all have to pay attention to where we have been.
Stay away from the malls. Stay away from large groups of people. I think anyone who's traveled out of the country, who's even been on an airplane, definitely needs to take pause, no matter where it is, and think about, is it worth it to visit your elderly parent or loved one at this time?
This is a vulnerable population, and what's tracked in on the shoes, hands, and in the nasal passages of visitors of elder loved ones could be deadly quickly in centers of elder populations. You've already talked to your families.
Yes.
And you've said don't come.
Correct.
Elder care facilities throughout the state are changing their policies on visitation until the threat of the COVID-19 strain of the coronavirus is over.
Not only is Wellbridge following these, we've been working with the Healthcare Association of Michigan on all of the facilities throughout the state of Michigan, as we are all taking this very seriously.
Yeah, so listen, this is really important stuff. And the bottom line is we know that we heard that when this disease hits, this virus hits our area, life is going to change as we know it. Okay, that's here. You can't legislate or make rules for common sense or courtesy. But in terms of dealing with our elder loved ones, particularly those with underlying health conditions, now is the time to practice both courtesy for others and common sense before you walk into their space. Guys?
Yeah. All right, Paula, we appreciate it.
The Trump administration, meanwhile, is reaching out to mayors across the country.
This afternoon, the mayor of Rochester Hills was on a massive conference call led by Vice President Mike Pence. Mayor Brian Barnett spoke with Paula Tutman about the message from the White House.
They think it's going to get much more prevalent than it is now. This would be the folks from the White House on the call, various doctors, various folks from, like I said, probably 8 departments, 8 undersecretaries represented on the call, and that we need to be prepared.
Well, the mayor says in total there were about 15,000 people on that one call.
It's quite a conference call. Our coverage of the coronavirus continues online at clickondetroit.com. We've put so many resources together there, everything from how to properly wash your hands, no longer a small matter, to a complete list of colleges that have canceled in-person classes and lectures. Just head to clickondetroit.com/coronavirus.
All right, now to more news tonight. A woman is recovering from a terrifying experience that began with a simple trip to the ATM. Police say a man forced his way into the woman's car, drove her around and assaulted her. Sean Lay is live with how police managed to catch their suspect. First of all, Sean, how's this victim doing?
That's an important point, Kimberly. Apparently she's doing okay, but really well enough to give investigators key information that they needed. This suspect said his first name. She remembered that. She noticed that he had braces. Those were key details. She was simply coming to use an ATM, and this guy was waiting for her. She was making a quick stop after work. 2:30 last Saturday morning, a young woman stopped at an ATM on 12 Mile into Quinder. Police say Justice Denham was also there. Police say he was wearing a ski mask. Police say he had a gun and got into her SUV, forced her to take out $500, and then got behind the wheel of her SUV and took her with him.
After doing so, the subject positioned himself in the driver's seat and drove to several locations that included the area of Hazel Park Junior High School and Scout Park.
Investigators say Denham drove to Hazel Park, where investigators say he sexually assaulted the young woman. Police say he then drove to Dutch Girl Donuts in Detroit, then drove the victim back to Warren, where he forced her from her own SUV and then drove off.
It could happen anywhere. You got to watch your surroundings.
Police say these photos of the suspect in a gas station helped identify him. In court today, people who had taken Justice Denham in to try to help him now shocked that he's accused of terrorizing a young woman.
No woman, no girl, no man, nobody should go through what is alleged that he did.
Just an awful night of terror for this young woman. As for Denham, Justice Denham, that's his name, being held tonight at $500,000 bond for kidnapping, carjacking, a gun crime, and for that criminal sexual conduct. We're live tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4.
Incredible. Okay, Sean, thanks.
Ahead for us, we're going to show you the man police say was behind the mask in this Macomb County bank robbery.
That's coming up. Plus, here's Ben.
Kim, just some clouds to watch tonight. Temperatures slowly falling into the 30s. Warmer air coming before the weekend. We'll see how much of that carries over to Saturday, Sunday coming up.
Convention concerns because of the coronavirus. I'll show you what big events may be impacted here in Detroit. New tonight.
March is reading month.
Pick up a good book. Take a pic.
Share it with us
on clickondetroit.com.
And be sure to wake up with